Alright, welcome back to another Japan Book Hunter, and today we're going to take a look at 7 books that I picked up over 2024 that I am super stoked about. Let's go. Alright, now let's take a look at 7 rad books that I picked up over the last year. They're not all my best books, but they are books that really mean something to me. And remember, if you like what we're doing here, like and subscribe. Head on over to Instagram, Japan Book Hunter, and japanbookhunter.com, where we sell our rad books, manga, original art, and all of that. All right, first off, Hokuto no Ken, Fist of the North Star, illustration box. This is an amazing box set. I actually picked one up last Christmas. Oh, by the way, today's Christmas Day that I'm recording this. I picked one up a little bit before Christmas last year for a customer, and it was so rad, I was dead set on finding one for myself this year. Hokuto no Ken Illustration Ultimate. It still has little postcard, the anketo. You can also draw a little illustration on the bottom and send it over to Hara-sensei. Well, it's actually just going to the publisher and stuff, but you know, what are you gonna do? So this consists of the amazing book, a bunch of reproduction genga, or reproduction panels, and certificate examination. This is a breakdown of characters and scenes from the amazing Fist of the North Star. So this little companion book is amazing because it gives you details about each of these panels and some of these ones included in here. Let's take a look at some of these little genga. Some of these reproductions. I like how you can still see all of the scribbles and lines, the penciling in the back. Jaggy! Jaggy! Jeez, I named my dog Moogie. I should have named her Jaggy. That would have been much better. Or at least Yuria. Yeah, there's some classic panels there. And then we have this, still has the advertisement in it. Gosh, this thing is a beast of a book. It is huge. For reference, this is what a tankobon looks like. It's a monster of a book. And I actually haven't looked at this book for, I don't know, 6 months. So it's a pleasure for me to sit back on this fine Christmas day and look at this book. Hokuto no Ken, of course, one of my favorites. You know what I've been doing lately is around the time that Fist of the North Star was really popping here. I mean, it's always popping. I mean, it's still like there's pachinko machines, there's face soap, there's shampoo, there's a little bit of everything with some Fist of the North Star on it. There's a whole bunch of franchises and, you know, mangaka and publishers trying to put out similar stuff, and I've been hunting that stuff down. Demon Buster Ryu, or Demon Slayer? Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter was another one. Lots of exploding heads, lots of eyeballs popping out, stuff like that. So, Rao. So it's really fun looking at those, tracking those down, and then seeing how inspiring Fist of the North Star was for many of those mangaka and artists. And of course, everyone was trying to make a buck. You'd be surprised, despite how big the manga industry here is, there's not a lot of money in it at times. Oh, great. Many of these were splash pages in the magazine, not all of them. Or initial, you know, first chapters would be 2-color, like the red, black, and white, and then switch to black and white, you know, just ink. So that was a score. Really stoked on that. I had to show that one first because, I mean, it's Hokuto no Ken Illustration Ultimate. What else we got here? All right, many of you know I've been looking for this book for years. I'm really stoked to have it. It's Saeki Toshio. We're not going to be able to show everything inside of here, but this is from 1970. I've been looking for this for a while, and I was very stoked to be able to find it. It's got a nice, decent condition slipcover here. This is Redbox. I don't know, my friend Shunsuke finds them once in a while. This book hunter must not be the best book hunter because, well, if it's manga, I'm a little bit better than him, to be honest, but God, he just crushes it. He finds them when I can't. Sorry, these pages are a little bit wonky because it's so old. I mean, it's 54 years old. Look at that giant-headed dude getting stomped on. And the ladies are laughing, ha ha ha, that's what I used to do when I was a kid. Stomp on old big-headed men's heads. Look, it still has the original price tag. I wish I paid 3,800 yen for this bad boy. I wish. Yeah, it's just an amazing book. Let me get one more good image in there. Simply beautiful Saiki Toshio. All right, moving on. So a couple years ago, I went to the Kazuo Ume's, the Great Art Exhibition, for his final exhibition. And it would be his final because Ume's passed away this year. R.I.P. Sensei. Master of shoujo horror. Of course, in his older age, he couldn't really draw manga so much. So for the follow-up to Shingo, which this exhibition was based on, they were all oversized paintings because he could paint big, but he just couldn't do small detailed stuff. You know, his hands are old. He was an older gentleman. So, but at the exhibition, they didn't have these exhibition catalogs. They give you a QR code at the end. For attending the exhibition, you got access to the catalogs. I got the QR code, and at some point, I don't know what happened, I closed the window at some point in my browser and I couldn't find it again, so I wasn't able to order the book, but I found this one out in the wild. And the event was called Zoku Shingo. As you can see here, I got some pamphlets from the event in here even, and you'll see what I mean. See, we're all painted. Bilingual. So there was an installation exhibition, a bunch of stuff from his whole career. You know, from old Kashihon to stuff that he did in the 70s, 80s, 90s, you know, even early 2000s around his 50th anniversary. This is how it was set up. So there was like 100 and some odd panels, and which we'll confirm here. And you just walked around. There's no speech bubbles, just a painting with text below of what they are saying and or doing. These are the pictures from the exhibition, and then we could see 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you can kind of relive the exhibition. And I mean, sloppy, yes, but distinctly Ume's. Pretty cool. Wild. And it goes on and on. Also wild. I don't know what that is. And I guess there was 98, 99, 100, 101 pieces in total. So, and then you get the sketches in the back here, more information. Ooh, it's like a little girl Chicken George. And then a lot of information on his career. So, and also in English, which is always fun. I don't get a lot of stuff in English over here, you know? I always get stoked about that. All right, moving on. We're just going from biggest to smallest here, my friends. Biggest to smallest. So this, Tsuge Yoshiharu's, it's like a selected works. It's a collection. I mean, look at that piece on the front. Of course, of Garo fame, brother Tadao, Tsuge Tadao, there he is. I've had a couple Tadao signed books before, but Yoshiharu's hard to find signed, my friends. And this one is not signed, but it is a beautiful hardcover, big edition. It's got Neji Shiki, or Screw Style, as the first story, his classic. And as you can see here, some nice 2-color, some blueprint, one of his period pieces, samurai period piece. This is Unmei. We're gonna see something else today called Unmei as well. Unmei means destiny. Fushigi na e, the strange picture. I love this story. Numa, the pond. Chico, this is actually in Garo Wooden Mortared Kingdom, the 20th anniversary of Garo magazine. And that was the first time I read it, but it's great having it in this large edition as well. All right, we're not gonna go through all of these, but dang, this is a solid Yoshiharu edition. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4 down. I got a few more left, so hang in there, my friends. I think I need to take a drink break. On Christmas, one is allowed to have a beer at 2 p.m. So a couple more things I got. I might have grabbed too many books. Oh well. So this is called Unmei by our good friend here at Japan Book Hunter, Koichi Matsuda. Of course, mangaka and illustrator. He does manga for Axe magazine, which was, you know, overlapped with Garo, but actually kind of, you know, follows in Garo's footsteps, releasing underground and alternative manga. You know, you have the, so many, underground artists and mangaka contributing to Axe Magazine. So it's really cool to see Matsuda in there, right? Yeah, so Unmei, this is his, so he did a couple like kind of zine style releases, but this is his first full-length manga. Matsuda Koichi did a nice bunny girl illustration for me and signed it. Of course, he comes by the office a lot and we sell a lot of his stuff, everything from manga to original art, but he released this at the Beams Shinjuku exhibition in summer, which was amazing. My homie Scheme went with me when he was in town. It was just a great exhibition. I love seeing indie artists grow. I love seeing them come up. I love seeing them get more success, become more popular, and his style is wild. Very Yoshikazu Ebisu style, you know, Pits of Hell, which was translated into English. He is a protege of Ebisu, and anytime I can support what he does, I do. I have his posters, I have his skateboard deck series, I have his books, I have the Axe magazines that he did covers for. I have it all. Look at that eyeball, that's gross, dude. What you doing? What you doing over here, Matsuda? You been looking at some Edo Guro? You been reading a little Maduro? Maybe some Hanawa? But this is a fun one, and I always have to support the homie. I have maybe a couple more of these signed up in the shop, japanbookhunter.com, where we sell all of our amazing rare books, etc. You know, I've always wanted a full set of these. Spider-Man, circa 1978, official Kobunsha and Marvel Comics tie-up. What can I say? It's Spider-Man, you know? I don't really collect Marvel and DC stuff, but the homie, West Coast Avenger, was in town. We were doing a whole bunch of book hunting, and before he came, I stocked up on everything Marvel and DC that I could find released here in Japan, especially in the late 70s and the 80s, because those are the years that like I'm really into. Print quality, amazing. Of course, in Japanese, read left to right because they don't flip them here. If it's originally printed in English, they will keep it left to right. These are in great condition. So I actually got a couple sets of these. I got 3 sets over this year. And I'm telling you, like, hard to find sets, they're expensive. If you do find them in a set, piecing them together can get expensive because the later volumes are definitely harder to find. And number 1 is hard to find because a lot of people just want the number 1. They don't care about having the set, which just, makes me, Hulk smash. Keep the set together, my friends. But at any rate, you know, I ended up getting 3 sets of these over the year, kept 1 for myself. And there we have Spidey versus the Hulk. So that was a good pickup. Finally, number 7. I should have been numbering these the whole way along, right, Brandon? This is actually 2 books because I don't care. Japan Book Hunter is something that it's my YouTube. I can do whatever I want. This Matsumori show, Tadashi, Matsumori Tadashi. I've been looking for this forever. Invitation to Fear in English, and it is one wild story. Of course, you all know me. I like my female-centric late 70s gekiga, and with a little bit of horror and violence thrown in there, maybe a little bit of sexy time here and there. It's okay with me, but opening scene is crazy. She just destroys her lover with a big old steak knife. She murks him, throws him in the dungeon, where rats start eating him alive. There's just all sorts of murder going on in here. More murder. Wah, this one's sick. Axe to the face. And little runner-up, I guess, in my top 7 here. One reason why I put this one in, obviously, is because I'm a manga fiend, and also because I've been looking for it for so long. Really hard one to find, so I was stoked to get Invitation to Fear by Matsumori Tadashi. And then I found this one, I don't know, Bad Girl Akujo. This is by Kawasaki Mieko. If you follow my stuff, because she did Yasha, she did Jitanu 90, she did Yo Adora, she did so many cool female-centric manga in the 70s and 80s. She's actually incidentally still producing today, but the problem is that she does everything digitally now. It doesn't look like this, I'll tell you that much. It does not look like this. Brandon is gonna have a hard time editing these pages. And there we go, my friends. Invitation to Fear, Bad Girl, some Spider-Man, Yoshiharu Tsuge, Unmei by Matsuda. You know, some Ume's stuff go down. Hokuto no Ken, of course. Can never leave out Ken. And Red Box by Saiki Toshio. It's been a rad year. We're gonna keep it going this next year. And remember, like and subscribe here. Go over to Instagram, japanbookhunter.com. Find our rad books and everything else that we have on our web shop at japanbookhunter.com. And until next time, my fine friends, matane.